Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. Hope you've been well. I know I have. So as I mentioned last week, we are switching it up and going back to metal detecting for this week's episode, which is really good news for me because I have been dying to release this one. This is just one of those hunts, as I've said a few times only in the past, that renews my faith in metal detecting if I've had kind of a dry spell. Not that I've been in a dry spell, I've been doing pretty well, but you get my point, I think. Now, although I've hunted this site several times, I feel like a broken record here, it continues to produce time and time and time again. And I had noticed maybe a 50 by 50 square foot area that I hadn't really hit yet, and it was fairly close to the house, so I thought, why not? I went really slow over the course of about 6 or 7 hours, and I made out really well. I think I have enough evidence now to deduce that the people who lived here in the 1700s were loaded. They were clearly very wealthy based on the types of things that I've found in this week's episode. So without further delay, we're gonna get into that, but first, so I guess a little bit of a delay. As a reminder, I am now a proud affiliate of KELLYCO metal detectors, so if you need anything metal detecting related at all, shoot me a line at stefdigs@gmail.com and I'll be happy to help you out. If you already know what you want from the KELLYCO website, feel free to use my code STEFDIGS when you check out. All right, let's hop in. All right, I got kind of a cool target here. Ring up 22 on the Equinox. Slamming signal. Could not possibly walk past it. And we have a dog license. There we go. 1959, and now you know what town I'm hunting in, as if I really ever vary from that. Very good at finding dog licenses. I don't know what it is, but I find a bunch of them all the time. Alright, that's pretty cool. Whew, this kind of took me a long time to get to, so to demonstrate, we're looking at about a 12-inch plug there. And it's not terribly exciting because I find these all the time, but it's huge. We like huge. The tack buckle is just massive. And what's more important is that I realized I haven't hit this little square of the field before. And that's pretty evident because there's no way I wouldn't have heard that. I have been out here with the Knox before in just about every other part of the property, but not here evidently, so we'll keep going. Okay, I don't think it is, but it's possible. So to divulge, I am at my GW button site. I got like a 20 to 21 signal, which is pretty low for a dandy button, but I see something huge and round down there. And the GWs are very big, so I'm just kind of enjoying this moment. I already feel like I want to cry. Even if it's not a GW, I mean, it's awesome. I love dandies, but guys, this could really be one. I really haven't looked at it yet, I promise you. Let's see. Moment of truth. Of course, it's shank side up. Let's see, is there anything on it? Anything? Okay, alright, I think it's just a plain one. Oh my god, I was having a heart attack though. I'm telling you. Because I mean, there's definitely a possibility to find more of them out here, rather. Oh my god, that really had me going for a second. I will take that though, it's a big, beautiful dandy. Those never ever get old. I'll brush this off real quick. If I find out that there's actually a beautiful eagle on here, which I doubt, I'll let you know, but otherwise, just a great find. You know, I'm beginning to think that the metal detecting gods want me to have a heart attack today. I got a 19 signal on the Equinox. It's only 4 inches down. But I kid you not, that looks like another dandy button. And that's a really, really low ringing dandy. So I'll begin by saying, I'll pick it up. Hang on a second. If I can get it out. Goodness. I'll begin by saying my last one rang up like a 54, 55 on the Simplex. When I got it home, I beeped it on the Equinox and it was like a 19. So, alright, let me try to get it. Okay. Just get dirt. Come on. Come on. Alright, what have we got going on in the front here? Do we have just another pretty dandy? Is that what we're looking at? I think we're just looking at another pretty dandy. Okay. I am not going to complain about back-to-back dandies, but my God. Oh, the anxiety, you don't even know. I mean, it's good anxiety, but wow. Since I can tell you probably can't see that too well, I'm going to brush that off real quick. I'll come right back. Well, it might not be a GW, but it sure is awesome. Look at that, like, spirograph kind of pattern in the middle there. It is so cool, and it's got, like, leaves on the edges. That's going to clean up beautifully. And as you saw when it was in the bottom of the plug, it does have the full shank. So I guess this little section of the property shall be dubbed Dandyland, because that's what I'm finding. And yes, I'm going to keep my hopes up for another GW, because I have heard that if the shank is on the one that you find, the likelihood to find the other 3 from the 4-button set is actually pretty high, because that means the garment would have been, you know, probably on the property and intact. I don't really know what I'm talking about right now. My blood pressure's up now because of digging 2 dandies back to back at a site where I found a George Washington inaugural button. So, all right, back with you soon. All right, this day might get even more interesting, as if it's not already interesting enough. At least it is to me. I don't know about you guys, but it is for me. So I got like a 34 to 35 signal way down there, and I just pulled this out. I looked at it briefly. Oh, hello. Oh, pulling out really deep targets today. I looked at it just enough to be able to tell that it's an Indian. You can't see it there. But, where are we? Okay, there we go. You can kind of see the reverse. I'm not going to brush this off just yet, because why the heck would that ring up a 34, 35, guys? I may or may not have a coin spill. I don't know. It could just be deep iron that's falsing, but I don't know about that. It was ringing up really, really odd. So I'm going to get back to it. Maybe widen the hole a little bit, because that's just deep and narrow and not helpful. And I know I've said it in one of my recent videos, I am in a hay field right now. So normally this would be a lot cleaner, but it was so deep too, I was kind of squirreling away at the dirt there. So I'll fix that. But yeah, that's a good find on its own, but I do need to see if I have a spill going on, so I'll let you know. Okay, well, this is just an update. It wasn't a spill. I can't hear anything else, so I closed up the hole. And I'm getting nothing for details in the front here. You can kind of make out her feather dress right there, but that's it. So that's going to take some heavy cleaning, but figured I'd update you. We'll keep on going. This is getting kind of ridiculous, guys. I got about a 20 signal on the Equinox, really loud, snappy signal, 4 to 6 inches down. And guess what? Another flippin' dandy button. I can't believe this. And we have shank. Do we have anything on the front? No, but you know what? I think that might be a match to one that I dug earlier. But since I don't have 3 hands, I'm going to have to grab that out of my bag. So I'll be right back. I do believe we have a match. You can kind of see the detailing along the edge of each button. I brushed this one off earlier, and that's the one I just dug. This place is crazy. Oh, I love it here. I would like totally camp out here if I could. 3 dandies in one day. That doesn't happen very often. In fact, I don't know if I've ever done that. Maybe once, back when I was hunting a Revolutionary War prison site. Man, that is so cool. And it's funny because the dandies have been really shallow. Like I said, there's like 4 to 6 inches maybe in there. And yet the Indian was a good like foot deep. I don't understand that, but this was used as farmland for many, many years. So I guess expect the unexpected. Awesome. All right, well, here's a cool little find. Hopefully you guys think it's cool anyway. I got a 12 to 14 signal about 4 inches down there. I already took a look. And this is just more for edification purposes if you guys are digging colonial sites. You can see, kind of, if I can get the dirt out of there, there's a hole in the side of this. It's made of brass, nice dark patina. And what this is, it's actually an escutcheon plate screw for a drawer pull. So there would have been 2 of these, one on either side of the escutcheon plate, and the handle would have gone into the little hole on the side right there. So yeah, if you find these, they're kind of junk, I guess, to a lot of people, but I don't think they're junk. I usually keep them. And I might put them in a drawer to never be seen again, but hey, you know what? Just shows you dig it all. So really quick, just to show you what I'm doing. The property owner doesn't mow certain parts of the property after a certain time of the year. He's already hayed it a couple times this year, so over here is quite long, and here as well. But he's got a path in the middle so he can get the tractor down. And frankly, I'm just kind of trying to get to the wooded part of the property so I can go to the bathroom. I've been here like all day. I know it doesn't seem like that to you, but I have been. And I got a 12 signal, maybe 3 inches down. It was kind of bouncy, like 11, 12, sounded like junk. And it's totally not. It just flipped out of the hole that way. And I saw what it was. I never find these. It's only my second ever etched dandy button. That is definitely worth brushing off. I will come right back and show you the detail up close. So look at that tomback button. You can kind of see this shiny gray coming through right there a little bit. I only brushed it off lightly. I will probably use a brass brush on this when I get home because it doesn't tend to hurt the tomback as long as you're careful around the edges because it is a brittle material. No shank. Whoops. It is stuck in my gloves. It's stuck in my gloves. There we go. So, broken off shank, but I really don't care. I mean, that's awesome. The only other etched tomback button I ever dug was about half this size, and it was weird. It had like a lead-filled back. If you guys watch my channel all the time, you might remember that one. It was a woods hunt. Yeah, I'm stoked. Awesome buttons on the day. Hopefully we can end the day with maybe a copper or a silver. I know I did already get a coin, but I can't even really see it, so hoping for one of those by the end of the day, but we'll see what happens. I'm very happy with these buttons so far. All right, well, I just got a 12 to 13 signal. Again, just a few inches in the ground. Pulled it out, and I thought it was junk at first, just like some thin scrap brass, but it's actually got a design on here. I'm not really sure what that is, but it's very fancy. There might be more of it in the hole because that's clearly broken there. And it actually might be broken on this end too, so I don't know. If I find more, I'll let you know, but otherwise it's just a fancy piece of brass. Okay, well, I don't think I found all of it, but I did find more of it. This is the original piece, and this is the second piece I just found here. And it looks like it says Eclipse, and the other piece does too, but it's a little bit more chewed up. I'm not really sure what this is, but whatever it is, it's kind of cool. I like it. I've been waiting for this moment all day. I've been here about 5 or 6 hours, I think. And I think I finally did it. I think I finally got a coin today that's older than an Indian. Yeah, it's thick. All right, what do we got? Let's see. Looks like Britannia on the back. I think that'd be my first Colonial copper out of here. Yeah, because the oldest one previously was a 1799 King George III. Can we get a date? Maybe later. And it is a KG2. Looks like the young head style. And what the heck is that in the middle? I wonder if that was there on purpose or a plow whacked it at some point. In any case, I'll definitely brush this up and come right back. But that's awesome. Very, very pleased. All right. Okay, well, brushing off old George didn't do too much to reveal much detail. This was probably in circulation for quite some time. It's really worn, although for me, that's as much detail as I need. I think that's beautiful. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if this is maybe a counterfeit and there was a dye error, or if a plow hit that a long time ago. But in any case, it gives it personality. And we've got our Britannia on the back. I will say the young head King Georges, which is exactly what this is, run from 1729 to 1739. And I don't think it's going to come through on camera, but I thought I saw a 7 at the end, or a 3, which would make it 1737 or 1733. That's awesome. Now I really don't want to leave. Might tough it out a little bit longer. Tough it out. Psh, forget it. I'm having a great day. Ooh, I just got such a beautiful tone on the Equinox. It was about maybe a 25 signal. 6 to 8 inches down, and I see a little lug nut in there. Oh, it's cute actually. It's a little ox knob. Actually, kind of looks like the same size as one of these I've pulled here before, and the last one I found had bone in it still, so who knows, maybe this one does too. I won't know until I get home. But for now, I'm gonna keep moving. Alright, another little low conductor. This was about a 12, 8 inches down. And I think I have a little button. Yep. No shank. Let's see if something's on the front here. Doesn't look like it. I think that's just all crud. But hey, I will take it. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, that was an awesome day. That's exactly the kind of day that I live for when I go metal detecting. And if you enjoyed coming along on that adventure with me, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And quickly before we hop into the wrap-up, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who responded to my question last week of, do you like dump digging videos or not? It was a very even split down the middle. Some of you said, I will go anywhere on an adventure with you, which was very flattering. And others said, just stick to metal detecting, which honestly, I totally understand because even I myself very rarely will watch dump digging videos. So with all that said, good news for those of you who really like dump digging videos. Like I had said last week, part 2 of last week's video is going to be out next Friday. And not only that, I'm going back to the button dump really soon. Like really soon. Okay, now on to the wrap up. Well, you guys don't know this, but this is take 7 of my wrap-up. I'm really starting to get pretty annoyed, actually. One of my neighbors is being extremely rude, making a crap load of noise, blowing but some ridiculous horn. I don't know. It's not a car horn. I don't know what's going on. It is election week, so your guess is as good as mine. Probably nothing good, right? So anyway, all that aside, this is some of the stuff I didn't film. This is part of a more modern toy. It threw a really good signal, snaffle bit for a horse, I believe, some old pewter, what I thought was part of a skeleton key, and now I just think it's maybe a handle for something, a couple of washers, a really old rose head nail. These are usually like early 1700s. Every so often I keep a nail. Why not? A weedy, because of course I did. It's part of a suspender clasp. This is that escutcheon screw. So the 2 of these would have gone into a dresser or something and held the plate in place, and this hole would have accepted the handle itself. So, you know, just the more you know, right? I found out what those were like last year, and then when I made a post on Instagram, everyone was like, oh my god, thanks so much. I never knew what those were. I keep throwing them out. So hey, now you know it's not entirely junk. There you go. This is probably about 1800s beard comb. I kind of tend to call it a lice comb because I guess that's partly what it was for. Get lice out of your beard. So interesting, kind of gross find. Got a Tomback button there. Really roached Indian. Oh my goodness. Like this is just, you can barely even see what it is. Do I have it upside down? Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. There you go. You can see the 1 cent kind of. And yeah, not getting the date off of that. That's one of the ugliest ones I've ever dug. It's got to be fire damage. Anyway, our 1959 dog tax tag. I am very good at finding those for whatever reason. Our candy tongs, probably late 1800s, early 1900s. Can't quite remember off the cuff right now. Our tack buckle. Teeny tiny little ox knob. You can see it like barely fits on my pinky. I found one there that size before, you know, and it was an old farm field for many years, so it mainly saw use in the 1700s all the way through the early 1900s. After that, it was basically just a yard, so most of the stuff you find out there is pretty old, and a lot of it's farming related. But we did really well on buttons, a beautiful etched Tomback. It's only my 2nd ever with a pattern, and I absolutely love it. They're just so hard for me to find. I don't know why. I mean, I find Tombacks in like every video. You'd think that I'd find more with a design on it, but yeah, awesome button. I really love that. Our dandies, these are the 2 matching coat dandies, and this one, this was actually kind of close, as I recall, to the Indian head, so I think this saw some fire damage too, because you can see on the back of the button here, that's not dirt that's through the shank, that's actually melted brass. So when I clean this up, it actually really didn't clean up very well. So I left the other one alone. The other one did not see fire damage, and it also held a really beautiful patina. So, you know, you can see, I mean, these weren't that far apart, maybe like 50 feet apart, but boy, what fire damage can do. This is a really cool dandelion. I love this one, that little spirograph pattern there. Super cool with the leaves along the edge. And of course, we got some coinage for the day. Finally, I know it's been a couple of videos since I've showed you some old coinage, but we have an early head King George II halfpenny. So it'll date between 1729 to 1739, although I can't get a date on the back just yet. So all in all, a most excellent day. Really happy with that spread. All right, so as always, I really hope you enjoyed this week's video. And remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week.